the trio finally enters the aircraft and leaves behind him. Madison and her friends continue looking for a way out of the facility, but they are spotted by a scientist who calls the guards to arrest them. Kong finally manages to reach Hong Kong and prepares to face his biggest rival. He starts the battle, but ends up missing the first blow. Godzilla takes the opportunity to take him down. When he tries to hit his death ray, the monkey retaliates with a nice elbow. He then tries to rip the animal's jaw apart, but the kaiju manages to stop him with its atomic breath. Kong pushes the other titan away and lands a punch in his face, followed by a kick to the chest. While the kaiju is on the ground, Kong retrieves its axe and uses it to defend itself from the atomic breath. And so, he discovers that energy, in fact, was the same energy he found in the hollow earth and served as fuel for his weapon. Godzilla then decides to attack him melee. The king of monsters manages to take down the gorilla that, even at a disadvantage, stabs the axe into the animal's leg. The kaiju removes the weapon from its body and launches it away. Kong now needs to escape its rays if he wants to survive. While jumping between buildings, he ends up getting hit in the back and is seriously injured. Nathan and his team arrive in the city with their airship and soon find themselves in battle. Their first challenge is to dodge Kong, and to be careful not to get hit by Godzilla's atomic breath. Kong rips out the top floor of a building and uses it as a shield to get his axe. Then he goes up to the kaiju with his weapon and gives the monster a nice blow to the head. Both are repelled by the attacks and destroy several buildings during their fall. At Apex headquarters, the trio are taken to Walter Simmons' room and invited to closely watch his masterpiece, the robot that would defeat Godzilla and become the new Alpha Titan, causing humanity to regain power on the planet. But the battle outside isn't over yet. Kong jumps on the giant lizard's back and lands several punches on the animal's head. However, Godzilla bites his arm and knocks him to the ground. As he is badly injured, the Gorilla King no longer has the strength to fight back. Monster tries to catch him, but Kong dodges and lands some kicks on his enemy. However, Godzilla is a relentless fighter and uses his claws to rip open the ape's abdomen. The kaiju starts crushing his chest and Kong can barely breathe. Godzilla lets out a roar to reassert himself as Alpha and Kong challenges him. However, seeing that its opponent is weakened and without strength to fight, the lizard leaves. Kong tries to get up and continue the battle, but his body won't let him. He then passes out as the giant lizard heads towards his next opponent. During Ren's connection to the Titan Apex, a system crash occurs and the monster takes on a life of its own. He is no longer controlled by man and starts to follow his own instincts. His first act is to eliminate Walter Simmons and the chief technology officer who controlled him. For this, the robot animal destroys the control room. Thus, he manages to eliminate both men at once. After doing so, he leaves the facility and goes after Godzilla. He still takes the opportunity to destroy the city along the way. Upon seeing the lizard, the machine begins to bombard him and the two engage in a deadly battle.